YouTube, welcome back to another Master Chef React. Why are these back on YouTube? Because we are almost at the end. The series is done for. So I'm trying to milk this as best as I can, you know? Shoutouts to the editor. All right. Just a week away. No more Master Chef.
To Master Duel, Master Chef. Each week, we'll let 4 of your judge who master.
I was thinking.
What?
Ultima looks like if Gage had a degree.
I do have a degree.
I was thinking about playing something that goes upside down.
And welcome back to another episode of Master Duel.
I'm laughing at my own joke here, but sometimes you just forget you said something. That just hit me like a truck. What the hell?
Master Chef. First and foremost, let's get a big hand for our tied winners, both me and Douglas.
Is Sam here?
We just had a super successful 10,000 subscriber YouTuber, so you know what's happening next,
Dyer just cuts way too much out of these, man.
Farfa, get ready. You're going to love this one.
Hello, chefs. Gang, gang. Maple here. And
gang,
I'm
gang.
just a little bit self-centered.
Oh,
so
I remember this
must be
episode. Ugh. Okay, this one sucked. Well, not the prompt. I mean, you know, as always, you know, no such thing as a bad prompt. Only an uncreative deck builder. I messed this up, dude. It was so close to being perfect. There was a combo that, admittedly, most of it was done for me by chat, but I did come up with the crux and the core of the deck list. The prompt was to make maple. I mean, I'll just play this part, but I messed up part of the combo, which did actually do the full thing with 2 level 7s, and I'm so pissed off about it.
Maple Maiden today, and using both of the effects. When declaring an attribute, you must declare the divine attribute, just because I like the funny attack animation you get with the divine attribute.
Maple Maiden, declare Maiden.
Bonus point, you can make Blackwing full armor master. I like his pants.
I don't know what it is with every VTuber giving prompts that essentially boil down to here's like a couple of random things that I like Maple Maiden, but then also I want you to arbitrarily go into a Blackwing boss monster. Like, there comes a point. Listen, I will repeat again. There's no such thing as a bad prompt, but I mean, can we have some kind of, like, you know, help here? Like, you want me to make this level 7 synchro, call a very, very niche attribute, and then somehow transition this into, like, a Blackwing boss monster? How do you do that? Like, you wanted specific prompts? Yeah, there's a balance, dude. There's a balance. There's a balance between, you know, a prompt like, blue. Let's say that was a prompt one day. Blue, right? And then there's, on the opposite end of that, which is, I want you to make this very specific level synchro. You need to call this exact attribute, which then needs to go into this boss monster. And you also have to wear a green hat and rub your tummy really quick and say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, like there's a spectrum of, you know, open-ended and specific prompts. Anyway. Alright, we're gonna build a deck around Maple Maiden. Bonus points if you can make full armor. Alright, we're just cooking here. Alright, let's get to the judging. I expect to probably get 3rd or 4th. So, I ain't expecting too much. If I pulled off my combo once, which I was so close to doing, I would be pissed if I got less than 1st, which is, you know, sad. But it is what it is.
Giant spiders. They fell off.
I don't know, man.
Hashtag spider fell off.
Well, chefs, you truly impressed me.
Oh, we went 8-bit.
I couldn't believe what I was watching. I'm going to be extra generous. I did not think you guys would get floodgated by my effect, but it is okay. Alright, Farfa, you successfully made Maple Maiden and declared divine. I also like the use of subversion to put your opponent's cards into the back row to later send it with the Maple Maiden effect. And the Tomahawk for Excel Synchro Stardust was also really cool to see. I'll give you 1 point for making Maple Maiden, and another one just because I like the concept behind your deck, if it worked because you clicked no on Excel. MBT, using Fistrons to make Maple Maiden, then...
I like this new rating system. So instead of ranking people and giving them 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, you just give them points based off of, like, what you think is appropriate. So that's... this is much better. And there he is again, constructed Crystron.
Sharinga for the bonus points of full armor master would have been really neat if they didn't machine lock. You did make Maple Maiden and declare the divine attribute though, and you also made full armor master with Horus and Sharinga. I'll give you 2 points total. Gage, your plan of using Deep Sea Diva for Maple Maiden, and then Sharinga for the full armor master would have been neat if the divine counter didn't exist. You get a point, because on Neva's episode, you lost a point for being single, so you can have the single man point here. Doug, you made Blackwing Full Armor Master, and you also made Maple Maiden using Psy Reflector and Declared Divine Attribute, using Kaijus to make sure there's a monster in the front of the back row, and also for Maple Maiden's effect was really cool to see, so I'll give you a point for making Maple Maiden, another for using the back row effect, and another one for making Full Armor Master, and you were also the only one to follow every single ask, so I will give you 4 points total. I do believe that makes
Reasonable.
Doug the winner, so congratulations!
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, so, you know, I like this new system. Because here's the thing. What if you just really like 2 decks? Right? Well, you're just forced to make someone third and forced to make someone second, right? For example. So if you just give everyone the equal amount of points and let the tiebreaker be the duels, then it works out. So, anyway, I guess we'll do some
Welcome to
some
Master
comments
Duel
here. I love the inclusion of the guys finding out about Genesis. They reacted like a plane hit the second tower. Okay! Genesis coming out in the middle of chefing is funny. MBT and his lustrous shining hair jump scare. The previously on telling you absolutely nothing about what happened is one of my favorite recurring bits. You know he has a lot of missteps and misplays, and even he gives himself shit thinking he's not good enough at deck building, but can we take a moment to appreciate that Doug's deck killed this prompt? One of the most prompt-fulfilling decks in the series. It was creative, and he won the episode. He is my GOAT. No way we got a genuine first-time ever reaction of the new format. Yeah, by the way, it was almost annoying, because I really wanted to go do Genesis stuff immediately, but for context, the Genesis reveal happened like in the middle of the last game. So, and Doug, being a Konami employee, was in the know with all of the stuff. So he just sat and like in the middle of a game just explained the format to us while we were doing chef of all things. Like it was very bizarre. How many Oshis does Noshi-san have? I've heard there's plenty of him to go around, but you can't call Nova, Leah, Miwa, Maple, and Stim your Oshi. It's like an entire Power Rangers team here. I don't speak brains. I don't know what that means. Prompt idea, just play Genesis. That's the prompt. Good prompt, actually. Can we do that? Can we make that the prompt? Standings, episode 33. Pitchfork rating? Where did this come from? Total points, 284. That puts me ahead of Joseph, ahead of Gage, and Doug is significantly ahead of the lead by quite a large margin. Yeah, he's quite ahead. I don't know, Blackwing. Brother, how many times have you sat across Simo playing it? So the next MasterChef is going to involve Genesis format, right? Gage casually leaking the cancellation of MasterChef. Oh, was that leaked? The Bachelor, but it's Gage trying to settle down and pick a Kamaushi. Classic Farfa coming in with a house salad and stealing the plate from the table next to his. Yeah, you're right. Rank 7 Machine Turbo definitely was stolen from one of the other players who definitely played that. It feels like Joseph is consciously refraining from saying 21, and it hurts to see. Release yourself. You can't just abandon your... Shut up. I love when Farfa crashes out on his chat. Farfa's cam in the last duel killed me. That got a genuine hearty laugh out of me. My camera? What happened? Did something happen to my camera? Did it just go flippity flip? Oh, wait, no. This was the one I had to leave for. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh... there's no way that any of these Master Chefs would build a deck that doesn't work. It does work! I just did it wrong! That's the... Okay, dude. Actually, no. Gage... They're talking about Gage, I think, right? Gage's deck literally didn't function because of the attribute thing. Gage was not having it with Genesis at the start, I see. You can't Kaiju a Kaiju. Well, I know what I'm doing for my next training. The prompt is perfect. It causes the most psychic damage possible. And like 3 people picked decks that could lock themselves. Today on Chef, 3 people struggled to make a generic 7. Farfa bricking on 3 Snatch Steal and then mulliganing a second time against Protest is why he'll forever be the most irritating villain in the court. Oh, right. Yeah, okay, sure. So the other guys are allowed mulligans, but I'm not. All right. Generational haters. That's what MBT viewers are. Absolute generational haters. He has created a community of disgusting, evil little babies. You win the duel prompt, play the obscure hard to win with you win the duel card effects like the Shuffleback, Exod, Gimmick Pop 3 counter. I don't know what they're talking about now. What are we doing here? It's just now occurring to me that Team Sam was never a judge. It is very sad. I kind of like Farfa raging at his chat over a misplay, not because of it being either he didn't read a card or his chat didn't read a card, but because it somehow lines up with everyone else just having a normal conversation like nothing is going on. I don't know why Dyer didn't cut that out. I'm probably just screaming over them talking about like the weather. All right. Anyway, that'll do. Woo! I hope this is like the second last episode or something. I'm so sick and tired of this, man. Oh my god. Can we please end this? Release me from this misery. I cannot think of a series, a collab, a video project type of long deal thing that I've been a part of that I hate more than this. I'm so done with shit. Please, like, release me. I'm waiting for my soul to be ripped out of my chest and sent to the deepest, darkest caverns of hell at this point. Oh. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Bye.